boys and girls. Miss Mendoza and I are here to tell you a little bit about your science project that's going to be coming home this week. And in science, we've been talking about investigation skills, and you get to be your own scientist at home. So this week, Miss Mendoza and I are going to be giving you a packet and a Ziploc bag with your assignment inside, and we want to share a little bit about how to do it right now.
So in the bag, you will get a piece of paper that looks like this, and you are going to be your own scientist. So I found an object in our prize box, and it's this little, it was a wind-up toy, it's broken now.
How
but
fun.
This little fun guy. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to guess, so we're making a hypothesis. Remember, that means to guess. What do you think is going to happen? Remember when we put the apple in the water? And we were seeing if it was going to sink or float. We're going to do that with our little toy. So I think it is going to float.
Float?
Yes.
I agree. Thinking about what we learned about the apple and what happened, and then the grape. So maybe I think my hypothesis is the same. I think it will float.
Okay, so that's our hypothesis. Now we have to test it. And it floats! Yay! Oh wait. Hold on, let's check that out. Remember what we said? If it touches the bottom, it's actually sinking. And it looks like these little feet are touching the bottom. If I probably had more water, it would probably be
you could see it a little
sinking.
better.
Yes. So was my hypothesis correct? No, it was not. So on this part I would just circle no. Now the next thing you're going to do is find an object in your house that is heavier than your object. So what we found, Mrs. Fisher, what did you find for an object that's heavier?
As I was going around my room, I found an apple. And to test this, all I did was felt them in both hands, and I can feel that this apple was definitely heavier than the object I chose. So on my paper, the object that's heavier, I'm going to write an apple.
And then I went around in my room and I found a paper clip that is lighter than the object. So the next thing you're going to do is find an object that is lighter. So this paper clip, yeah, lighter than this.
The next box, boys and girls, is going to be a measuring box. And what you're going to need is either a ruler at home, or do you remember this science tool that we talked about? Remember?
Yeah, it's something with measuring, and I think it's called a tape measure.
Yep, and measuring tape.
Tape measure. Measuring tape.
Absolutely does the same thing. So what you choose is if you want to measure how long it is or how wide. But first you're going to make an estimate. And you're going to think, about how many inches long, and I'm going to do the length, about how many inches long my object is. And an estimate is a guess. So I'm going to say, I'm going to look at my ruler, I'm going to look at my tape measure, and I say maybe about 4 inches. Okay. So I'm going to think 4 inches. And now you're going to have Mom and Dad help you, and you are going to measure. Remember, you start here at the top, and I'm measuring the length. So I'm going this way. Oh, it's about 3 inches. So my estimate was pretty close. So on the bottom line, I'm going to write my object was 3 inches.
And then the last thing you're going to do is use your senses. So, observing your object, you're going to write down what it looks like. Looks green. And what it feels like. Oh, it feels pretty hard.
Feels hard. It also feels smooth.
Yep.
It also feels smooth.
And then you tell us what the object is. So, it is a wind-up toy.
And boys and girls, one more thing. You are going to bring in the object to class, because you're going to show the class what you use, and you're going to explain your conclusion, what you found out. Be very careful to choose an object that fits inside the bag.
Let's just test it out. Make sure it fits in here. Fits.
Yeah. So please don't bring in something that's bigger.
A big monster truck.
The bag.
Can't fit in there.
Won't fit.
Can't fit myself.
Yeah. No peep. Thank you.